Gerald, if you look at the first half, for the most part, you've been competitive for the most part against everybody you played. The second half, you've been outscored significantly. What's been the difference in the first and the second half?
Youth. Just simple, plain and simple youth. And it's not an excuse, it's the truth. It's just youth. We like I said earlier, for young guys, you see signs of potential. That's especially with a young team, you see signs of potential. Okay, we played good against, we played well. We stuck with them in the first half. It shows signs of potential. Then we get in the second half and just our mind just go blank. We get 3 penalties in a row on offense. And it's just sign of youth. So bad for right now, but hopefully good for the future.
So at halftime, when you are competitive, when it's close like it was against Alabama, what's the mindset going out in the second half?
Everybody's positive. Everybody's pumped up. Everybody's head wasn't down at halftime. We were right where we wanted to be. Kept the game close, and we wanted to milk that clock. So they wouldn't have more opportunities to keep scoring. And we was right where we wanted. So we was positive about it and excited to get out there and go again. And then the second happened.
Is it harder to make adjustments with all the youth or something? Is that part of it?
I don't think there's nothing you can do. I mean, what can you do? You can just keep stressing what needs to be done. They got to learn. And the reason why I'm so understanding is because I was in the same position. As a young guy, I didn't know what was going on. I was just out there playing. And this is a very mental game. You have to be mentally locked in, as far as physically, for 60 minutes. And when you're young, sometimes that mental part it slips away. It slips away. So you can't teach it. It has to be learned, really.
I don't think it's a conditioning. It's not a physical conditioning issue when I say the word stamina. I think it's really more mental, it's psychological, it's emotional, it's intellectual, and it's just an ability to focus for 4 quarters. And is there some experience, don't confuse, it's not just youth. I think there's so much inexperience. I mean, we have juniors out there that have never played before. So there's a little bit of they're young, but it's not so much in the years as much as it in the games played. We have a senior offensive lineman, but coming into the season, he started 3 times. So I think experience is really a better word than youth.
Derek, would you expect that to get better as you get into November now?
It should. If we're doing a good job of coaching and the players are responding, and my history in this structure is you get stronger as the year goes. Where that hasn't happened in my past, and I'm really speaking of the 8 years, not counting the NFL, where we didn't get stronger later in the year was a result of a lot of injuries happen, and that affected the roster, So, but I think if you just continue to work and hit and push and coach and focus on the day that you should get better. And but the mental psyche is a real key to that. You have to keep believing and stay confident and not get affected by the results. And that's the challenge.
Where is that psyche?
I don't know. I think the psyche was good Saturday. We went out there and competed, and then the psyche gets a little tough when a couple of bad events happen and we don't answer the bell. And I think that's shown. When you play a really good team and then they do some things to you, and then you can't answer real quick, and then you start getting like this. We need to work on that.
Do you like where you are with for your game plans going in, and then what do you think's happening in the second half?
Well, I think it's a lot of things. I think the stamina issue, the experience, during the course of the game always gets harder. It always gets harder. The plays that you were hitting earlier, they're making adjustments and they're not hitting them. And when you're stopping them early, they're going to make adjustments, and you got to be ready to react. And the second thing is not so much the adjustment, it's the continued, and this is really what I saw in the Alabama game. It's the same stuff over and over and over. And you got to have the physical and mental and emotional stamina to do it again and again and again and again. Holding the B gap, run to the ball, whatever it is. And that's what good teams do to you. They don't do a lot of they're stopping this, do this, they're stopping this, do this. It's more, we're coming. And you got to stop it for 4 quarters.